Greetings and salutations, comrades. Quick shout out to the two Uber comrades on Patreon supporting this channel, my content, my partner. Thank you, Rosa, and Independent Left News. Definitely check out Independent Left News. They are a great source and resource, in my opinion. So I saw, as I was aimlessly scrolling through my Twitter timeline last night at some point, as I like to do, that the US, the UK, and Australia coming into this partnership. I forget the acronym, the article will tell us here, that will be giving, I believe, Australia some nuclear powered submarines. And again, this is another provocation towards China as the US's influence, the US's empire is continuing, on the downward trajectory. And again, this is just another provocation because the US empire really has nothing to offer the world but death and destruction, while the empire is slowly but the decline is accelerating, I think. So they don't really have anything to offer the world but death and destruction, while China is giving the world so many great things. And so again, it's just another case of the U.S. empire on its last leg. Frankly, they don't have anything to offer the world but more aggression, death, and destruction. This is just unfortunately another, again, really disgusting example of that, frankly. So some common dreams here. Anti-China military pact threatens peace and stability in Pacific, groups warn. I agree. So there's the conference. There's Australia's PM, John Morrison, I believe, Boris Johnson, UK Prime Minister. Scott Morrison, Australia. Announcement of the new Australia, Britain, and US military alliance, AUKUS, represents a serious escalation of the new Cold War in China. I don't know how you could point it being anything else. And again, China is not out there trying to, create military partners. They're helping countries develop infrastructure and green technology, and going about it in a very even-handed way with these different countries where they have these investments in, whether it be Belt and Road Initiative or otherwise. And the United States, these Western imperial powers, obviously have a completely different strategy and how they go about things. So it's just this trilateral military partnership. Want to help Australia build a fleet of nuclear-powered submarines. Long-term initiative broadly viewed as a challenge to China by Western powers determined to exert control over the Pacific region. Again, how insane is that? The United States, UK, very, very far away from China geographically. So they really should have no fucking place trying to exert, military power or presence in the region. Really, really just disgusting and problematic in every way, basically. So it's from Code Pink. If Biden and the Pentagon really want to ensure peace and stability in the region, they would simply stop dealing missiles and weapons and nuclear tech to Australia, Japan, South Korea, and Taiwan. 100%. Again, it's not about peace and stability. It's about increasing the U.S. empire's reach and enriching these weapons, contractors who would be, helping develop this nuclear submarine technology for Australia. So the partnership will involve closer alignment of regional policies and actions and greater integration of the militaries and defense industries of the three allies, which also intend to work together in cyber warfare on artificial intelligence capabilities. So in response to the development, the British chapter of No Cold War Coalition said Thursday in a statement that the new anti-military alliance forged between Australia, anti-China military alliance forged between Australia, Britain, and the US is an aggressive move which threatens peace and stability in the region. So again, a complete contradiction of what these three, Western powers are claiming it to be. Again, it's a provocation towards China. China is the rising economic power. Very soon, if it hasn't already happened, the leading economic power in the world, while the US empire, UK, Australia are in decline. Again, this has nothing to do with peace and stability, but is a huge provocation towards China, and it needs to be called out as such. Yeah, Britain had sent warships to the South China Sea recently. Again, all of these, you don't see China leading, these provocations militarily, because that's not what they're about. They're about, extending solidarity and help and support to the most vulnerable and marginalized all over the world. And the United States is the complete opposite and antithesis of that. And this is just another example. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe for more content. Peace. Much love.